I have to fess up a little bit. I lied. I'm gonna get emotional. I'm trying to get through it. That's why I made the boys stay inside. Take your seats. Take your seats. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Everybody line up. Yep. We're going to start eating breakfast like a family, not just flying in at 100 miles an hour. Hey. Table. Franklin. Get the table. Yeah. Donkeys. What's up? Look out. There we go. Morning, everybody. Chad, Doss Farms. Woo, that was a little more orderly, okay? Look. Don't you hate it when you're, as a parent, you're starving, ready to eat breakfast, and a kid's like, oh, I'm hungry. And you just ask them like 20 minutes ago if they're ready to eat. But they was busy playing with friends. They weren't hungry then. Woo! Listen, you might be asking why the goats are eating off the ground. Everybody else gets trough. That's because none of these goats want to be shish kebab, okay? They also don't need this, especially the goats. They can eat all the briars and weeds and all that good stuff. Excuse you. And it's also a snack for the cows. They don't need any of this yet either. Franklin, what's up, buddy? What's it doing? Oh, Franklin, Mama, June, act like a lady. What's the deal? What's the deal? Hey, it's okay. It's all right. Cabela protecting. Somebody's coming up behind me. Rosie! What's up? Cowbutt. Patrick. Hey, you're getting some spots like Mom. Yeah, you're kind of brindling out a little bit. Around your feet and your neck. All right, good talking to you. Miss Tipsy. Man, look at those horns. Jeez. Woo! CJ, you got horn envy? I bet you do. Phineas. June. Gee whiz. Is that good? Look out. I don't think he'll stick his head. Yeah, I saw that coming. June's like, listen, man, you can eat what I spill, but don't stick your head in here. Goodness. Everybody's healthy and well and happy. What a day, amen. The pigs are, hey, there they are. The three amigas. I don't even know what they're eating up there. I haven't fed up there. Who knows? All right, today we got some news, some good news, some gooder news. Let's drive up to the cab. Well, let's drive over to the chicken coop. Call me lazy if you want. I'm driving over there. It's like 100 feet. I'm driving. All right. Cabela, what you think, little lady? What do you think? You like living out here? Being a farm dog, keeping everybody safe? Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I have a, what in the world? Hold that thought. The door didn't open again. Chicken run? Or run chicken? Starting to drive me nuts here. It's not the batteries. I checked. If it was the batteries, it wouldn't come up. All of a sudden, the sensor's like messed up or something. I don't know. Sorry, buddy. I mean, you just had more time with your ladies. It's not that big of a deal. Hey, Cabela, you got to back up. Woo! There's some eggs. Somebody asked why I throw the eggs on the ground. Well, it used to be because we got a ton of them. Now we don't get that many because they're molting. This is like a week's worth of eggs. But in case you didn't know, chickens eating their own young. I mean, chickens eating eggs that, yes, could be young baby chicks if somebody was sitting on them. It actually increases their shell strength. It's a lot of protein. And I've never, ever had it teach a chicken to eat its eggs. I've never lost an egg to an egg-eating chicken because I feed them their eggs. It's never happened. Been doing it like 10 years. Actually, it's coming up on 11 because Case is almost 15. So, eat your babies. It's gonna get in trouble. Let's check out this hay situation here. So once again, somebody who's new to the channel and apparently new to farming, possibly new to life, tried to call me out the other day because they don't have hay. But that looks like an awful lot of hay to me. So anyway, yeah, it does need to be kind of worked and shifted. But this is the Guardian from our friend. Woo! Lost a bolt. Lost 2 bolts. Hey-o! We might need to get something to straighten that up. It's from our friends at ArrowQuip. Yeah, buddy. And we stinking love it. I really don't know how that happened, but I'm guessing the tractor. Got a little excited when I was moving it one time. Happens to the best of us. This thing's stinking. What are you doing? Rolling in the dew? Not your own dew. Did you just make dew and then roll in it? Boy, you really reverting back to your puppy days. She did. She dropped a deuce and rolled in it. My goodness. Man, can you imagine? That's a 10-year-old dog right there. 10 years this last September. Can you imagine, like, growing up, like her whole life, she's been on like a half acre to an acre. Yeah, even when we leased land, it wasn't like she was out there full time. But can you imagine growing up on a half acre to a quarter acre and then spending the rest of your days, whether it's 5 or hopefully more, on 20 acres, just roaming, man. Rolling in your own alpaca doo-doo. That's pretty cool, if I do say so myself. All right, let me shift this, hang on. So basically this bale is suspended by these hooks and real heavy duty chains, and it keeps the cows from like getting in there and walking on it and peeing and pooping and all that good stuff, mama. Listen, I'm not strong enough. We got to get the tractor. Ergy dorky. I thought I was. I'm not. It's like half a bale, so that's probably 600-700 pounds. They don't need, I don't want to say they don't need that hay. I don't ever want anybody to think they're starving, but a couple of people did ask where their hay was. But in case you didn't know, it's actually 70 degrees the last 3 days. And we've got grass popping up in spaces. We're not overloaded with animals. Goats, alpacas, cows, they all eat at different levels. Every other morning they get that healthy candy snack. Ain't nobody starving on this farm. That's for sure. If anything, they could all use a cutback on their diet, to be frank. But kidding we all. I'm not going to move that hay just yet. Like I'll get the tractor and do it later. But they're not hurting, they got plenty to eat, that kind of thing. Oh, we got some errands to run. I got some stuff to unload out of the back of the truck so that we can run to town and check on some things and get some stuff. We're gonna pick up Rayanne, my lovely wife. And what else? Oh, we got big news about the house. Both houses, the cabin and the house we're gonna buy. Big news, big news. One of them's technically, well, the investigation's concluded at the time of this recording, but it was investigated, so stay tuned. Which one you want?
My good side.
Hang on, this may be I'm just kidding. Bueno.
I see you falling through that chair.
It's probably gonna happen.
I kind of hope it does.
Probably gonna happen. What's going on, everybody? It's been, I left them and then came and picked you up, so it's been
All day.
But we're clearly at our lovely rental house, which we're still very, very grateful for. If you can't tell, there's a little bit of road noise. It's not like the farm, but that's okay. So, my favorite thing is when people pull up to one of the stop signs around us and rev their engine and then floor it in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. Because that just cost them $5 to do that. Yeah, you know, maybe they got $5. I don't know.
You can hear every person who decides to do it, though.
You can. There's a guy with a motorcycle somewhere in the neighborhood too, but it's okay.
We're in a good neighborhood, though.
We are.
We really are. This isn't bad.
Very blessed.
We're just on the road. If you live in town, then you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yep. This is not as, do I dare say, bad as your last house, because that was like home to you guys for 6 years.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as that. That had a crackhead alley behind it for foot traffic.
Yeah.
That was.
And we were right on the same road. Like, we don't live there anymore, but we were on the same road as like courthouse, post office, all sorts of like just high traffic.
We were a long ways from there.
So,
but
yeah.
How many times did the police department call us and ask for our camera footage from the back porch? Like, stuff would get stolen around us, and because we had an alley and we had a camera, detectives literally knew us by name, and they'd leave a card on the door and have us call them.
There was a guy remodeling a house next to us, or a house down. So there was like a house in between us, and then this guy on the other side was remodeling this house, and he put in a brand new HVAC system.
They stole the copper out of the whole HVAC. Or they stole the whole HVAC.
Yeah.
Huge HVAC. I have to fess up a little bit. I lied. I'm going to get emotional. I'm trying to get through it. That's why I made the boys stay inside. It has bothered me more than I let on how this went down. It was scary. It was very scary. And I need to say it out loud. I think that's part of the problem. But it's messing with me a little bit. I know I just totally flipped the switch. We were being funny. but I got to get it out. It was close, man. It was really close. If you guys have ever lost somebody or lost something like this, and there's that one person in the group, it's not normally me. I'm the dad, I'm the man, so I embraced it. But if you've ever lost somebody, and there's somebody in the group that holds it together and you have no idea how, for some reason I got picked to be that guy this time. I know why, but you guys will see in Case's video probably tomorrow. He skipped a week because he just needed it. He needed to go inside the house by himself and get some things, and it was rough. He and I came back home after he was in his room for the first time, and it was rough. Home to here. This has been wearing on me, and I've been losing a lot of sleep. Talking to Jesus, I'm being strong, I promise. I got this young lady right here has been through a lot, and I don't know that we'd have gotten through this if it weren't for some of the things we've been through before we met. I guess what's tough is, I've explained this already, but like my dad having sold insurance for the amount of time he did, we weren't overly insured, but we had insurance. We had good insurance, and USAA's taken amazing care of us. And you guys know I have a tractor. I didn't pay cash for it. We financed it. There's insurance built into our tractor payment, but we also carry a little bit more over that in case I truly do bury the tractor in the pond. That's my dad's like, hey buddy, you might throw an extra, I guess they call it gap or something. Well, we don't have gap. We bought it right. But you know what I'm saying? There's extra insurance. It's tough sometimes when you're okay to let your guard down and be, is vulnerable the right word? That's probably not a word I've used in my life ever. But as you guys have pointed out, what got me yesterday was the Bibles. Somebody sent us a Bible for each one of us. And I have a Bible. We all have Bibles. I bought Ray a Bible when we got married that said Rayanne Doss as opposed to Rayanne Willie. I know your last name. I was trying to figure out if I was going to say it or not. But my granddad's Bible as well, one of them, is in our safe that was in the she shed. And but getting those Bibles yesterday from somebody, I know who you were, I appreciate it, but it just kind of struck me that it's okay to not be a rock 24/7. And that's what I've been struggling with, because some guys have pointed out in the last video, I don't want to speak out of turn, something actually caused the fire, and it's not our place or whatever to say anything, but we actually aren't able to knock the house down. I don't think it's private, but it's not that it's not public information, but we can't knock the house down until December 1st because they're looking into some things. Now, we ourselves are not under investigation, I want to be clear. The relief I had when the fire investigator came out and basically determined it wasn't us or anything we did.
He found what caused the fire.
I don't want to say too much more than that, but like when you wire your own house, as a dad and a man, and then your house burns down, it's been weighing on me heavy. And some of you guys have noted it in the comments, so I felt like I needed to say it out loud. But I sincerely appreciate all the prayers for both of us, because you've been a rock when I've not been.
You have been.
I know, but this has been an event, that's for sure.
I don't think you didn't really clarify that, you said that you wired the house, but that's not what caused the fire.
Correct. The wiring did not cause the fire. I may have said that in a previous video. That's why I was assuming that they knew, but something caused it. It wasn't us. It's crazy when we figured out that it wasn't us and anything we did. I went back to even 15 years ago, I put a ceiling fan in my mom and dad's old house in the great room. They had a 3,800 square foot house because all my brothers and I were all living in it. Our cousin lived in it with us. We had like an honorary brother, a kid that went to school with Matt lived there. I mean, there was 5-6 boys out of mom and dad's house any given day there for 2 or 3 years. And that's how much I know how to, not that wiring a ceiling fan makes you an electrician, but it is just 3 wires. You know, as long as you don't overload things, you can do it. So anyway, I was like, how in the world do I go from being trusted by my mom 20 years ago to wire a fan to not doing it right in my own 800 to 1,000 foot cabin, square foot cabin? So anyway.
But you did do it right.
I did do it right. It was right.
Nothing you did in that cabin caused that fire. Nothing. But please respect that we're dealing with things, and to put it nicely, it's our business. And just respect that. Don't ask like, oh, was it this? Was it that? I bet it was this. Because we see a lot of that.
I don't think it's regular subscribers. It's no secret. You can look at our views the last couple of days, and we have a lot of people watching that have never met us before. Yeah. And they may not understand our integrity and who we are. And that's okay. I don't expect everybody that watches to be whatever, but we've had a few comments, and I don't normally do that. Normally when somebody badmouths me, I block them, or I take a screenshot and I make it the thumbnail in the next video. So I haven't done that because I haven't felt like facing it head on and just being that way right now. But this message tonight does not come from a place of the negativity in the comments or anything. And I'm talking, the videos alone, I believe, add up to like 500,000 views the last week and a half. It's been 11 days today. So it's not a comment that drives this. It's my own keeping me up at night, needing to clarify where I'm at and say it out loud. I mean, confessing as a man, my insecurities right now of being terrified that I caused something because of, you know, a lot of it came from when Case went through his room. And that took a lot out of me because that was really close. It was very close. I almost didn't wake him up because I thought I could grab a garden hose. And I'd have got him out, but it was close. Many of you have shared stories about, you know, heroes in your family that had to go back in the house, and I'm just very, very grateful we all came out. So anyway, on another note, we found a house and a floor plan that we like. Can we tell them who makes it? I need to smile.
By Buccaneer Home Builders.
It is a Clayton.
It's a Clayton home, though.
It is built by Buccaneer Home Builders out of Tennessee.
You want to tell them the floor plan number?
No.
Technically, they can.
Not yet. No, not yet. We gotta wait. We haven't inked it. It's like penciled. When we ink it, and it's got a build date and a serial or VIN, whatever they put on them. But it is a Clayton.
Which pray that it can happen this week. Please.
It can. We're very blessed to have this house behind us. We can be here for a year. We're very grateful. It's awesome, but we do really want to be back at the farm. But everything happens for a reason, and it's all in God's time, as you guys keep telling me.
But pray that it's...
Well, here's the deal. Here's what Ray means, not to speak for her. When you're seeking God's will, there's hiccups, and there's things that trip you up and catch you off guard. We had a couple of those last week.
I feel like it's been everything we've tried hasn't worked.
But in reality, when we step back, it's actually been 6 steps forward, 1 step back.
There's something better.
Well, and I don't want to go into it, but we did go somewhere and look at a home, pre-manufactured home, mobile home, modular, whatever. We went to a very nice lot and spent almost all day with a builder. And we left and looked up a Facebook thing to see more pictures of some stuff. And Ray found some stuff that my mama would slap me if I tried to buy that home from the reviews that guy's got. Bad stuff. And we're going to steer clear of it because that's not our fight and it's being handled. But everything seemed too good to be true while we were there. When we left, it felt that way, and we looked some things up, and sure enough, God was guiding us before we even got home that was not the right way to go. And then we have an even crazier story for a later date about how we came across this floor plan.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But do me a favor, there's a young man watching this that's about to be a dad. He and his wife, they've got their first baby coming. Their name is Blake. And we're working with Blake at Clayton. And just tell Blake thank you down below. Because he's been in our corner just after a few meetings, and you guys just tell him thanks down below. But man, there's so much I could say and so much I want to talk about. But we got to end this or we're going to start crying again. Whew. So anyway, I got to call it. It's bothering me thinking about it too much. God bless you guys. Thank you very much. We have received some very heartfelt letters. We've received some very heartfelt gifts. We always do. But man, in a time like this, it's hitting home how much you guys listen and pay attention, and we sincerely appreciate it.
Whoever sent the blanket, the full-size bedsure blanket.
We've gotten a few blankets. We've got boxes we haven't even opened. But there was one that stuck out last night because...
Well, yes, there's a gray, huge bed. It's from Bedsure Blankets. Anyway, that is now Carter's. So thank you.
Carter could get in that blanket about 12 times. That's how big that blanket is.
And I went to wake him up this morning. The boys, well, I went to wake him up this morning and he was like wrapped up in this thing. Like it was all underneath him. And
he just loves it.
Anyway, we've been, he was using a quilt that, this lady's got a ton of blankets, pillows, everything we could ever want. But he was like, oh man, I don't like this blanket.
I mean, it's Carter and Adler and even Case to an extent. Quilts they're not quilt people, I don't mean. So Carter getting this massive fleece blanket after losing all of his blankets. He had like a Minecraft blanket, a Fortnite. Adler had one with a Highland on it. Getting that blanket last night, he was like, oh, can I have that?
But that's him.
And then Ray knew it was going to disappear, so.
I wanted that blanket, but that's him and me. He's like me. We want to be in sweats. We want to be comfortable. We love our blankets. He's you guys have seen him, Maggie Jr., the stuffy, and Gast, the ghost. Carter's all about the stuffies and the comfort and the, so.
We've had enough people new to this channel. We've grown like 4,000 subs in 11 days. You know that? That's insane. And we had enough people that weren't sure why Adler called you Ray. So just so y'all know, we are a blended family. Carter is Ray's, Adler and Case are mine. But we are all each other's best friends. And the boys absolutely adore each other, to then almost not being able to stand each other, just like brothers. They are peas in a pod. And yeah, we're just very, very blessed. So with that said, if you're new here, we sincerely appreciate it. If you're old here, we sincerely appreciate it. Y'all stay tuned. We've got big news coming in the next few weeks. Hopefully sooner. Very, very soon. Blake. Anyway, y'all be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless. Deuces. See you guys.